A watch is the greatest accessory a dude can wear. It tells the world, yo, I'm reliable, I'm responsible. And if you're wearing the right watch, I'm also stylish. But on the flip side, if you're wearing the wrong watch, it can make you look like a dork or a tool or your weird Uncle Barry. The first watch you should never wear is one that is huge. I'm talking monstrous on your wrist. Did you guys remember the watch brand Swole O'Clock? All right, am I the only one that remembers these? These things were gigantic. I'm talking monstrous, right? They were really cheap, they were super ornate, and they just made you look like a huge douche, in my opinion, all right? But it's not just Swole O'Clock. There are a lot of watches out there that guys wear that are just like really big. Some of the Invictus are like monstrous. And in my opinion, it makes you look a little bit silly, all right? If you want to wear a watch that's a little bit larger, I would say don't go any bigger than like a 44 millimeter, but really it depends on your wrist size, all right? If you've got a bigger wrist, you can wear something that is a little bit more substantial and get away with it. If you've got a smaller wrist on the flip side, you can wear something that is a little bit smaller like this, or here is a Rolex, all right? 40 millimeters is what I would consider the sweet spot. It works on pretty much like every wrist size. It doesn't look too big or too small, all right? All right, a lot of the Rolexes you're gonna see, like the Submariner, 40 millimeters, all right? This Aura watch that I'm rocking, 40 millimeters. Another one that's a little bit smaller, but still works, is this, the Timex Weekender. Another one of my favorite watches, all right? They're clean, they're minimal, and they're super affordable. A lot of guys get caught up in the hype of super luxury, expensive watches. Now, if you can afford that, great, but if you can't, no big deal. Which brings me to the second watch you should never wear and it makes you look stupid, and that is a fake Rolex, all right? Feast your eyes on this sweet piece, all right? This is a fake Rolex that my dad bought me, and he's like, oh, I know you like watches, so I just thought, you know, you don't have a presidential, so I'll get you one. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing to me, all right? And so, anyway, the bottom line is this. Never, ever, 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 ever buy a fake watch. It makes you look stupid. Even though some of the new like fakes and counterfeits are like so incredibly like dialed in and like almost perfect, it's not worth it. Because the other reality is that these watches that you're gonna buy, like a nice fake, I feel like you can tell. Some people say you can't tell, but you're still gonna spend like $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $1,000 on a Fugazi. Even if like other people can't tell, you know. And that's the whole thing. I bought a fake Rolex years ago. I was in New York on Canal Street. I saw a Rolex. I was like, yeah, it's amazing, because I always have loved watches. And so I bought it. I wore it like 2 times. And I was so embarrassed to wear it because I'm like, what if somebody can tell? What if somebody says, hey, I like your watch. Can I see it? I didn't want to show them because I didn't want them to know that it was fake. And even if they couldn't tell, I knew that it was fake. Gentlemen, the other reality is that there are way too many amazing, badass watch brands out there for you to wear something that's fake. If you want to save up and get one later, do it. Fine. That's totally cool, right? Most guys do. But start lower. Timex, Seiko, Aura, one of my favorite new watch brands. It's not going to break the bank, and they're designed with super premium material. The styling is incredible, and you guys are absolutely going to love looking down at your wrist and being like, damn, that's a sick-ass watch, all right? One of my new Aura chronographs that I just got, look at that face, all right? They use stainless steel, sapphire crystal, amazing quartz movement. They also have a butterfly clasp, which is something that I absolutely love, right? All right, this is another one of my favorites. Boom, look at that sexy beast. Aura watches, I've talked about them a bunch. They are one of the new watch kids on the block, but they've been blowing up because of a few things. Number one, the price is really, 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 really good. And if you go through my special link, you're gonna get it even better. But the materials that they're actually using, all right, super premium materials. They've got sapphire crystals. Inside, all right, the chronograph has a Seiko quartz movement. All right, stainless steel, they've got butterfly clasp, they are rugged, they're heavy, and they are so sexy, all right? Another one that I recently got is right here. It's called Caribbean. It's like this blue. It is absolutely gorgeous. But if you're looking for a more simplistic watch, you might want to go with the Date 1, all right? That's what I love wearing, all right? These watches are so sick, all right? This one, it's steel. The color of the face is white. All right, but this one, check it out. In the back, it's got an automatic Seiko movement, all right? And like I said, the price, insane. Here are two others that I own that I absolutely freaking love. The rose gold, the black face, it is just so sick, right? And like I said, you've got that clear case on the back. You can see the automatic movement. These watches are insane. For the price, guys, literally, I feel like they are the highest quality watch for the price and the style. I absolutely love Aura watches. Look at that. Check it out. How badass, right? But the black one is so sick. I wish it was socially acceptable for anybody other than Mr. Wonderful to wear two watches, because I would totally rock two watches if I wouldn't look like a huge douche. I love watches so much. But bottom line, guys, if you are in the market for a new watch, I want you to hit the link down below. Go check out Aura. They just dropped some new styles that are amazing. And the price, like I said, if you go through my special link, you're gonna get an incredible deal on an already incredible price. You guys might wanna grab two of them. Guys, hit the link down below, go grab an Aura, but just make sure it fits you properly, which is the next watch that makes you look stupid. One that's super loose and jangly. This is how a watch should not fit, all right? If it's hanging down on your hand, that's not right, all right? That little bone right there on your wrist, you wanna make sure that your watch is above that and it's snug enough to not like roll and like flip around, all right? This just makes you look like you're wearing a bracelet, a fake bracelet. You wanna make sure that that watch is sitting above that little bone on your wrist. If not, all right, when you bend your hand, a lot of times it's gonna dig into those little tendons on the back of your hand, and you can actually develop like some like problems as a result of that, all right? You don't want it like flipping and flopping around. Now, in terms of like too tight, that's also something you want to avoid. If you basically have that watch on and you take it off and you can see all of the indentations of the bracelet, it's probably a sign that you need to size up just a little bit. And that's the beautiful thing with these watches, is that you've got a lot of flexibility in terms of really dialing in the perfect size. Tech watches. The next watch that we got to talk about. So this, I would not consider a tech watch. This is a digital watch. Digital watches, do I think they're acceptable? It really depends on the situation, your aesthetic, and what you're going for, all right? A lot of the G-Shocks I think are cool. A lot of the Casios I absolutely love. But if you are somebody that's getting dressed up, right, you're going to work in a professional environment, you do not want to do some type of digital watch. It really, in my opinion, is going to make you look like a little boy and a little kid and super cheap. Tech watches I'm talking about, I'm looking at you, Apple. Or Apple watches, and anything that basically gets a text message and you can be like, yo, hey, what's up? Oh my God, hang on, I'll call you back, right? Makes you, here's the deal. I know that they're functional. I know that they do a lot of really cool things, but so does your phone. Wearing it on your wrist, I think, is just a recipe for you looking like zero stylish, because no stylish, self-respecting dude that takes pride in his style and his accessories is rocking an Apple Watch. He's just not doing it, all right? Prove me wrong. Like, seriously, show me one stylish dude that's wearing an Apple Watch. You can't do it. You're such a dick, Alpha. I may be, but I'm not lying. I'm just saying, I think if you need to do it, don't ever wear it on a date. Don't ever wear it when you're getting dressed up. If you want to wear it on a run, fine. But seriously? Seriously. Anyway, that's my opinion. Like I said, this video is all my opinion. Another opinion of mine is fashion watches. All right, so here's the deal. There's a difference between affordable watches from a watch brand and fashion watches. Things like Michael Kors, Armani, Levi. Like, I get it, right? They made watches. They're a clothing brand, but they came out with a watch. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why? Well, in my opinion, there are better options out there, especially for the price, because these watches aren't like $2, which is probably what they're worth, right? They're more expensive than that. And for more money than that, you should buy something that's a little bit better and from a watch brand, right? If it's a Timex, if it's a Casio, if it's a Swatch, there's so many amazing watch brands out there. Orient, another monster, right? Some of the Seikos you can get for like under $100, like they're great watches. These Aura watches, insane. I'm telling you, gentlemen, there are much better options out there than matching your watch to your shirt or your shoes, all right? I'm just saying. The next watch that I think makes you look stupid is one that's all blinged out and iced out. I just think that is screaming, yo mama, look at me. Look how rich, look how successful. It makes me feel like you have like zero taste, but a lot of money. And even though you may have a lot of money, I feel like it makes you look super cheap. Do you guys agree? What like stylish dude is wearing like a blinged out watch? Like, Not many, right? The only reason they're wearing it, if you see somebody like a soccer player or some like celebrity that's wearing one, right? It's just because they have a lot of money. And so they're like, yo, I really need to like step it up and show everybody how much money I have. Guys, don't do that. Don't get into the game of just trying to flex on your wrist. It's not a good look. Watches are the greatest accessory out there. You just need to make sure that you avoid some of these things that we talked about in today's video, because if you don't, unfortunately, you look stupid.